Okay, I got my clamp set up on. It's just a regular pull clamp with a 8 miller by 1.25 bolts, and I take my clamp and run it to the bolt hole back there on the knuckle that holds the caliper on. Give me a nice solid place. I don't put it on the rotor. Tighten her up pretty good, and I'm just squeezing it to squeeze that grease from the backside where the brass axle bushing and the axle meet. You get grease in there and it increases that gap. You need to squeeze that out. You could just put your snap ring on and drive it for 100 miles or something, and then come just put a nut on and pull it with the vice grips and get a pretty good gap. But when I'm greasing back there and just getting it set up, I just like to go ahead and get her nice and tight. Give it a minute or two just to kind of let it settle in and just squeeze all that grease out. And then I know from the other side I went to a D. D is the next size up. That's like a 2.4. The stock is a 2.2 millimeter. And I think that's going to be the one I need. My attachments for my ring expander disappeared years ago. So I'm limited to these little guys here, but it usually works for me. Make sure it's seated in there all the way. Now we'll check the gap. Well, I can get the snap ring in, but I can't get, almost ripped that, bent it, darn it. That's a new one too, 0.04 millimeter. Small as I got. Nice and tight, I like it. So, got this guy greased up. New caps. The old ones, someone took a chisel or screwdriver in there and bent it. That bends these so you don't get a good seal. You really want a good seal there. It keeps the water out. Put a little grease in there, and it also will help it slip on. That grease isn't really going to go inside the wheel or anything. I think it's just an old school habit. Just like with any bushing or anything else seal you're trying to get on, get it as square as you can to get it started. Makes it easy. Beautiful. Not as pretty as it was, but seal. She's done.